Well, the Cougars from KG are defending their championship, and they've got a little bit of size along the front line. They're 6'3" across the front line. Daryl Lund is the only player over 6 feet for Medicine Lake, the Honkers.
All right, Kremlin Guilford gets the opening tip, and they work it around. Jody Stewart puts one up, in and out.
No call in the lane.
Rebound by Hugo Anderson, and the junior point guard will bring it up for the Honkers. Derek Lund from top of the paint won't go.
Tallest player on the Honker roster, and he lets fly from 3-point land.
Kremlin Guilford working it down low to Watson, and this pass will go out of bounds. The ball will go to the Honkers. We mentioned last night that Chad Watson had a big game and really stepped up and helped Jake Stewart out a lot inside with 32 points.
Which is more than double his average. I think he averages about 15 points a game, 8 rebounds a game, and to go along with his 32 points, he had 14 rebounds. Monster game. 2 nights of work in one for Mr. Watson.
He stepped up big in a game that really was, you want to win that first game of the state tournament to get into the winner's bracket. Very patient on offense here. Medicine Lake looking for the good shot. From the corner, and the shot by Aaron Johansson won't go.
Stewart pulls it down.
And a shot won't go, and that's Hugo Anderson, the point guard, picking it up. Anderson, air ball
from the free throw line.
Both teams look a little tight right now, dude.
Well, this is not unusual because it's a huge ball game, the semifinals.
It's Jake Stewart at the top there.
And we know also that our presence here has a little bit of unsettling effect at the outset for some teams, and then after they get into the flow of play, it really doesn't make any difference. But to be playing on television, there's an awareness that that's a beautiful shot by Chad Watson.
Well, Watson picked it up where he left off last night. Hits the first basket of the game at Kremlin Guilford up 2-zip. Both teams pretty patient here on offense.
Both of their coaches said they were going to have to really accomplish some things on defense tonight, and they are working hard on defense. But there haven't been easy shots, and they've gone to the board hard.
It's down low. That's Josh Jensen. Kicks it outside to Brock Oshheim, and Jake Stewart gets the rebound. A lot of people feel Jake Stewart may be the best Class C player in the state. He's headed to the University of Montana next year, and he's definitely a talented player.
He performs beautifully for your comment, Al.
I guess he hurt me because that makes it 4-0 Kremlin Guilford. Stewart had 22 last night, and gives his team a 4-point lead. Down court in the first basket, Aaron Johansson for the Honkers gets them on the board. And it's 4-2. In the corner,
there wasn't a lot of patience on that possession. It was an open shot. It was a good shot from the corner. Anderson takes it hard to the lane, to the basket, draws the foul.
And they say Anderson, not really a big scorer, but he's great at distributing the ball.
Watch him come off the dribble and take it hard down the lane. There's a hand, that kind of reach is usually going to produce a foul, and it does and it's a shooting foul.
Or do you get the feeling maybe these kids' nerves are a little bit tight? They're on TV too. They're making history as we speak.
The history they really want to make, though, is to have their name entered in as the 1999 state Class C champion, and that one was dead solid perfect.
You're absolutely right. All right,
to take a golf phrase.
4-3, KG up by 1. Stewie Stewart passes over to his big brother, Jake. Nice pass, that's Rex Price. Shot won't go, and another rebound by Aaron Johansson. This is like a team that's pretty deliberate on offense. They've got good size in the paint with Derek Lund at 6'4". Nice look inside to Josh Johnson.
And the lead changes hands.
There was a nice look by the Hawkers. Josh Jensen, a kid who had 22 last night, and their top scorer, averaging 23 a game. From the corner, Miller won't go.
He's been recovering from an ankle injury, Al.
That's right. He, their top player, but had a severe ankle injury and missed about 7 games this year. And his scoring average dropped off from 23 to 15 a game, but he's picking it up here in state tournament play.
He's wearing a big wrap on his right ankle.
Derek Lund's 3 won't go, but rebounded by Brock Oshheim. That ball's
picked off.
Jared Miller stepping in front. Jake Stewart trying to get inside to Watson. Watson, they're going to call a charge on that play. So obviously,
take another look at this play inside as Stewart gets the ball. Some difficulty getting control of it. Steps up. Well, it's Watson, I'm sorry, and puts it off the glass, but he's called for the player control foul, no basket. Still 5-4.
First foul of the ball game as Medicine Lake with the lead here, 5-4. 2:30 left in the first quarter. KG going with that 2-3 zone. Lund's not afraid to take that free from the top of the key there.
Well, there are some centers that we have seen in college, both Frontier Conference and Big Sky Conference, who will take that shot there. He's much more effective when he takes it off the dribble down the lane.
Lund almost looked surprised for a moment. He got the ball, there was no one around him, and he puts in his first basket. It's 7-4. It's stolen by Derek Lund. Lund had 20 last night in the victory over Dotson. Shot won't go. Nice effort though in the paint by Aaron Johansson. And Medicine Lake, after being down 4-0, he was on a 9-0 run.
Well, Medicine Lake has rattled off 9 straight points.
Jake's first shot won't go, but rebounded by Watson. Watson showing you why he's so effective inside.
Their big players have gotten them on the board and done the scoring for KG.
9-6, Medicine Lake up by 3. 49 seconds to go here in the first quarter. And we're going to have a jump ball.
Watson went down hard to double team. In high school, they don't have the rule that if you force a tied ball, that if the defense forces a tied ball, the defense gets it. They just alternate the possessions.
All right, possession back to the Hawkers. Shot by Johansson wouldn't go. Here's Jake Stewart.
Joey Younger Stewart.
Little brother Joey nails the jumper, and we've got a 9-8 ball game. Hawkers up by 1.
Whatever Coach Robinson had to say in that 20-second timeout, KG is back on track.
3 seconds to go in the quarter. Anderson's not going to get it off. Well, indeed, after 1, we've got a pretty good ball game here. Medicine Lake up by 9-8. And
and I told the kids, there are about 5 keys. If we come out and rebound the ball well, we defend the basket, and that just means defending all 5 of their players. We get in the transition game a little bit, try and run, play relaxed, and have some fun out here. And those are going to be the keys, I believe, for us to be successful tonight.
All right, thanks, Coach White. Well, while we were gone, Chad Watson hit a 3 for KG, and that put them on top 11-9. Watson with 7 points already here in the early going. And they're back on offense. And we also, before the game, we talked to head coach Charlie Robinson of Kremlin Guilford.
It's Kremlin Guilford afternoon tonight to continue on the road towards the state championship game.
Well, I think we got to continue to play great defense like we have been. They got to play team ball, moving the ball around and get it to the open man and try to get the ball inside when we can. Then on the other end, we got to make sure we contain their better players. I mean, Jensen Kid is an outstanding player, but we can't let anybody else have a big game either.
All right, we're back, still 11-9, KG up by 2, and Medicine Lake with the ball.
We have first quarter statistics. 3-pointer by Jed Waller.
Jed Waller.
Medicine Lake back on top.
Snuck him in there, D, while we were talking to the coaches.
Well, he came in and buried that one quickly. A 5'8" junior guard. First quarter shooting statistics, each team had 10 shots, each of them made 4. On the boards, it was 7 apiece, so it was about as even as it can get.
Really, nobody has the early edge here, really. Both teams playing it pretty tight to the vest. It's Joey Stewart with the ball. Stewart, a 6-foot sophomore.
Earlier this afternoon, it was Laimbeer 88, Knoxon 67, Charlo 88, Charlo losing to Penicu 86-60.
It was Rhett Kreitz who just hit a little 8-footer from the baseline, and KG back on top, 13-12. Little seesaw battle. I think the crowd just very vocal, and this place is packed.
And we've got another big one coming after this one with Chester and Hinsdale.
That should be an exciting game. Chester, of course, undefeated until about a week ago. And from the corner, big Derek Lund pounds a 3 down, and he gives Medicine Lake a 15-13 lead.
Well, we were surprised when Lund shot from outside. Obviously, that's an area where he's comfortable.
Yeah, the coach, they're going to call. I believe they're going to call a foul underneath.
Take another look. You're going to see the ball go into Watson. He tries to go up with it, and from behind. And when you go up from behind, you are going to get nailed 99.99 times, because you're just going to get called when you start swinging your arm over the other player's head.
Why don't they? They're never going to get away with that.
They usually wind up with body contact as well. But the temptation is just too strong to resist. Watson nails the free throws, we have a tie ball game.
15 apiece. Watson now with 9 of his team's 15 points. Outside, there's Waller again, and got the shooters rolled, and he gets instant offense off the bench. He's got 6 quick points.
It was interesting to watch him because when he let loose of it, he acted as if he was pretty sure it was dead center, as his earlier shot would be, and then he had just an instant of doubt. He started to follow the shot, it bounced up and dropped through. That kid could shoot.
Yeah, it's see a kid in a small school like this come off the bench and have that good of a shooting eye. It's a great weapon. There's Joey Stewart. It's his second basket of the game and cuts the lead to 1 at 18-17.
Pace is picking up.
Yeah, both teams getting into the flow a little bit better, Dean, and they had those first quarter jitters. Side to Lund, and Lund, he's going to be a tough kid to stop for Kremlin Guilford. He's so tall in his arms, he's got long arms, gives him a 3-point lead.
Well, he came inside to a fairly low post, although he was still in the middle of the lane, and Watson was behind him. Lund can do inside and outside.
Well,
and we've seen Watson.
Yeah, Watson is definitely an aggressive player, and he went to the hole there and got stuck. Anderson, a good job at the point, working it around. Josh Jensen, we told you about him, 23 points per game. He's only had a layup so far tonight. They really haven't gotten him the ball. Still that 2-3 zone for KG. There's a shot that's not going to go by Patlund, and rebound by Watson. Second quarter here, the State C semifinals, Medicine Lake Hawkers and Dublin Guilford Cougars. Jake Stewart. Nick Agason, 6-foot senior in the game, and we're going to have a foul.
That one is going to get called on the reach.
You were looking at the size of these two schools, and you really have to be impressed with the quality of basketball because Kirtland Guilford is only 57 students.
We'll take another look at the foul call. Patlund is reaching over and it draws the foul, but we're not into the bonus situation yet.
Watson again working it inside. Boy, that kid is money. He's real tough and real aggressive, and he's not going to score. He's at least going to probably draw the foul.
And Watson has no family favorites. He drew the foul from Patlund on a pass in earlier in that possession, and then this time it's Derek Lund who picks up the foul. So he's drawing the fouls for both of the ones.
Watson hits the free throw team. He's got 10 points already.
He is just continuing from what he was doing last night.
It's a both, so 2019, Medicine Lake by a point. To the hole is Jensen, and he's going to draw the foul. Do you get the feeling a lot of seniors, they know this is their final shot at it? Let's take another look.
Jensen comes hard down the lane, even if he's got a bad right ankle. Well, and we are seeing that from the seniors. And I'll tell you something else. We're seeing some good ball handlers who are young. Joey Stewart is a sophomore. And we have seen in the Class A tournament, we saw a couple of great sophomore point guards, Paulson from Whitefish and Thomas from Dillon. They're having the opportunity to play, and they're delivering.
Yeah, I know Chester's sophomore Jeff Graham is one of the better point guards in the state. Watson shot way long, and Medicine Lake on the run. That's Oshai.
He hears about it.
1-3 doesn't go by Johansson. Yeah, that's I think a phrase you're going to hear at every basketball arena in the country. If you throw up a brick or an air ball, you're going to hear about it. Joey Stewart. Jake Stewart really hasn't gotten a track yet. Watson has it
Just out of his hands.
It's Oshai. Oshai had a big 27-point game against Whitewater earlier in one of the divisional games.
This is a fast-paced game, Al. We're into the last minute of the first half. I think Joey Stewart just got a finger on that shot by Johansson.
Came back and he's got the ball. I know they'd like to get Jake Stewart involved. He's only got one basket so far tonight. Jared, well, there's Stewart. Joey Stewart. Nothing but air on that one. Rebound.
Air balls from each side of the basket.
Which is still a little tight. 31 seconds to go in the half. Nice look inside. They're going to call a walking though. Jensen made a nice pass down low to Derek Lund, but they call traveling. 22-19. Let's take another look at the pass inside. And they're going to call, again, I don't know, in the NBA that probably would have been okay, but not in high school basketball. KG holding for the final shot of the half. They trail 22-19. Down to 7, 6. You see the clock. They're going to have to look to shoot here. Joey Stewart will go, and at the half, Medicine Lake is up 22-19. And a good first half of basketball, a real close game.